Hello and welcome to Let's Play Carmen Sandiego's Great Chase Through Time. Once again, I'm Justin, and joining me again is Chris.
Ayo!
And so, this is the second Carmen Sandiego game we're playing together. I was joking at the end of the last one, the sequel, except not really. This one came out in 1999. Actually, I think it came out in 97, but this version, a few tweaks came out in 99. And it's weird. It's been 16 years. This is the most recent version of Where in Time.
Really?
Yeah. The franchise really hit its high point in the 90s, then kind of stopped, with the exception of that. There was the cartoon, I think that was only the 90s, and the god-awful Facebook game.
I don't want to know. Let's just play the game.
Midriffs in Riyadh.
I'm not. No. Nope. Not asking.
We're on the case and we're chasing her through history. In time, it's Carmen Sandiego.
Classic TV theme. Alright, so I believe last time our name was Acme, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So we're still the Acme roster in Acme.
Oh, obviously. Our code name is Meta. No, sorry. Our code name is Acme. Our real name is Meta.
That worked.
Alright. And here we go.
Let's go.
The syncing is a little off here, but I recall that was the way it was. Oh, another cool thing. Liz Chip, the actress who played the chief on the game show, reprises her role in this game.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Mine at last. The one and only Acme Chronoskimmer. Prepare for a wild ride, my friends. This new time travel device will allow us to tunnel back in time and steal history's greatest treasures. I'm going to drop each of you off at a different time and place in history. Your job is to steal a historical object. Each of you will receive a note revealing exactly where to hide until I pick you up. Don't forget, tear up that note so no Acme agents can track you down. Chronoskimmer activated. History awaits!
Welcome to Acme Time Net Time Pilot. We've got a major problem. Carmen Sandiego, the world's most notorious thief, just stole our Chronoskimmer. What's a Chronoskimmer? The only time travel device on the planet, that's all. Now Carmen and her cohorts control it, and they're on their way to steal historic treasures from the past. If they succeed, all of world history will get thrown out of whack. Only one person can stop them. You! I'll tell you how. Wherever the Chronoskimmer goes, it leaves a time tunnel behind. Think of it as a passage between two holes in the fabric of time. It was a problem we never got around to fixing, and it's a good thing we didn't, because now you can follow the thieves' trail through the time tunnels. There's the time portal. So jump in and I'll give you more details while you travel. It's takeoff time, Time Pilot!
That is the most conveniently placed
When you're
portal.
here in the tunnel, I can talk to you, but once you're in the past, I'll be out of contact. In fact, I won't even be born yet. But don't worry. I'll send along an Acme good guy to help you. This first trip is a long one. You're going all the way back to ancient Egypt, where there's something vile on the Nile. Queen Hatshepsut should have taken the throne by now, but it hasn't happened. Find out why. Here Here's Antiquity Now.
That includes
She's
puns.
got your Chronopedia and your Acme time cuffs. Carmen always leaves a note telling her crooks where to hide, so collect any note scraps you may find. And here's the most important thing. Carmen and her creeps have messed up history, so do the world a favor and set things straight.
Whoa, time traveling always gives me a head rush. Cool. Hi there, pilot. I'm Antiquity, your trusty Acme good guide. We're in ancient Egypt, circa 1490 BCE. That's over 3,000 years backwards in time. We'd better get investigating. Just tap on that boatman to talk with him. Then select a question to ask him. Oh, and remember, I'm here to help. If you get stuck, you can ask me for advice anytime.
Okay, so basics of the game. This is not like the Where in the World game we played. This is a sort of series of vignettes.
Okay.
Starting all the way back in time and then going progressively closer to the present. Point and click a little, so we can.
So it's more traditionally an adventure
Yes,
game than
a
it is
lot more.
than Where in the World.
Yeah. So as we saw from the cutscene, we had to find notes. Here I have a note. Let me see it. If you get that reference, you are my bestest friend. So we have the time cuffs, which are used at the end of the mission. We have the Chronopedia, which tells us about ancient Egypt or wherever time we're in. Come on. There we are. It's a little long for... I think it was that old. Was it? No, maybe... No, it was. It was.
It was.
Yep, it was.
Well, how does it go?
25 BCE was when they were built. Or the Khufu one was built.
Yeah. There's some... No. What was it? Like Rome. We are closer to Rome today than Rome was to the Great Pyramids being built.
Yes.
I think. Is how it goes.
That checks out.
I mean, at least at the time of this recording.
Hi, Fry.
Hi.
So yeah, also, fun fact, each way tight went down to Sudan and up to Lebanon.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Fun fact. So, we can also, as you might have seen, there's text, so which is the dialogue of the game, which is very nice. Both for us recording. Also, I'm more of a visual learner, like not necessarily pictures, but I do like seeing. So let's just click on some stuff. Just to wait. Is her head moving with us? No. All right. Let's.
Okay, that would have been creepy.
Are those foot? Okay, let's just click on the pyramids.
The Great Pyramid is considered the best crafted structure on Earth. It's made of thousands of huge stone slabs, carefully fitted together. It's a staggering feat.
What's interesting...
Only completed... Never mind.
Didn't the I'm pretty sure the pyramids at this time still had the limestone coat.
I don't know.
Pyramids were actually built with a gorgeous white limestone sheet cover on them, so they did not look like that. And they were topped with either gold or a gold-silver alloy.
Right.
The Sphinx is a curious old creature with a pharaoh's head and a lion's body. It was built during the reign of Pharaoh Khufu in the Old Kingdom over 1,000 years ago. Now that's old.
I guess we'll just take it for granted that we can understand ancient Egyptian.
Yeah. So let's talk... Oh yeah, and if we talk to Antiquity, that's the hidden source. So let's talk about that.
Welcome, strangers. You can talk to me by selecting any of the questions below.
He just broke the fourth wall.
No kidding.
Alright, let's ask, who is Queen Hatshepsut?
Who, you ask? Why, Hatshepsut is the great queen and pharaoh of Upper and Lower Egypt.
I forgot about that.
What?
There was that Egypt was split into Upper and Lower Egypt, and there was a pharaoh that represented Upper Egypt, a pharaoh that represented Lower Egypt, and then the pharaoh that represented both.
Oh, I didn't know there was a lower... I haven't heard of the lower pharaohs. Actually... Huh, interesting. What's a pharaoh?
A pharaoh is a descendant of the gods who rule over all the people of Egypt.
Where does a pharaoh rule from? Is it a pyramid? It's not, by the way.
Ah, the very name yields a clue. The word pharaoh means greatest house, and all the great pharaohs live in splendid houses indeed. Palaces, really.
And we can read you the dialogue. What is troubling Hatshepsut?
It seems that Hatshepsut cannot properly bury her recently departed husband, the revered pharaoh Thutmose II. She needs the Egyptian Book of the Dead to prepare her husband's mummy. But the book has vanished.
What?
Some say that a strangely attired rogue stole the book outright. The theft has sent a shockwave up and down the Nile.
Alright, so... Yes?
Sorry, the Book of the Dead was something that was buried with all great pharaohs.
Yeah, actually, probably versions of it were buried with everyone.
Yeah,
It's-
okay. Yeah, just because it was part of
The tradition. It's sort of like the Bible. You don't have to be like a high-level priest or a rich person to have a Bible.
Right. So why don't they make another copy?
Excellent. This one was special?
I'm guessing.
Certainly,
it's gotta
but
be that.
first you must assist me.
That's actually really... Well, maybe it's that they didn't expect to need another copy on
Yeah, that's
hand.
probably it. There would probably be something. It's probably just like a time issue.
Yeah, also it's like, oh my god, someone just stole the about-to-be divinized pharaoh.
That sack on the riverbank contains my supplies for preparing mummies. Please move it onto my craft.
To move that bag, pilot, click down and hold. Then drag it up onto the boat.
Okay, thanks. So this is actually a tutorial. I just realized, like, this screen is basically the tutorial level for the game. So yeah, we can see use
Woven bag on Nile River.
And in traditional adventure game fashion, they have thought of contingency dialogue.
Hey, that won't float. Put it directly on my boat.
On the pyramid.
Hello? Trying to embalm the local sites? Please put the sack of embalming supplies on my boat instead.
I didn't know it said that. I never triggered that dialogue. Let's use it on the stars. Yeah, no. Activity?
No, I don't need that. The boatman wants us to put it on the boat.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Well,
I thank you for carrying my provisions on board. It will be darkest night by the time we land, so please take one of my spare torches from the boat. You'll need it.
I would settle for a Green Lantern ring.
yeah, that's fine. That's fair. Oh, what is that game?
All is in order. Now my oars will carry us to Hatshepsut's temple.
We're ready to shove off. Take another look around if you like. If not, let the boatman know we're ready to cruise the Nile.
So that was the tutorial. So we just completed the tutorial.
Right.
I just want to... Also, we get our first look at the back. I actually like this screen because look at the artwork. Like, in Where in the World It Was Good, I love the Where in Time art though. Like, this is just a gorgeous panorama.
Well, again, this is all this is back when they actually did all of by by hand.
Yeah.
So
You can also see, like, we have the water, and then it transitions to sprite effects.
yeah.
And then here's a cool little thing.
3,000 years of human history doesn't mean much to those stars. They've been shining for millions of centuries.
Perspective.
Yeah. and-
Hello again. Can you believe the troubles besetting poor Queen Hatshepsut?
Alright, so, very beautiful. Now let's go.
As you wish. Hold on while I push off.
I was about to say, that stars dialogue, the easiest way to get a young person.
What a smooth trip
Next
down the
to the
Nile.
princess.
Well, here we
Yep.
are at the temple. The woman over there must be Hatshepsut.
We have
Okay.
no security clearance. And oh, look what's here.
Hey, that must be a shred of the secret note Carmen wrote for her thief. Once we find all the pieces of Carmen's note, we'll be able to deduce the thief's hiding spot.
So they're always in parts in threes.
Okay.
We always get the first one first, no matter if we miss one. Alright, let's just talk to
Good day, travelers. Have you come to offer aid?
Let's just ask a rude question.
And who are you that you do not know?
Exactly.
I am His Majesty, Makare Hatshepsut, esteemed pharaoh over the upper and lower lands of Egypt.
And they actually explained this.
Indeed, I am a woman, but since Egyptian pharaohs are typically male, convention demands that I be addressed as a man and wear an official beard. It is a strange situation, but nothing I cannot handle.
Also, unlike, say, the last game, we have a little repeated animation, as you may notice. How did you become pharaoh?
When my husband Pharaoh Thutmose II passed on, his son, Thutmose III, was only 5 years old and too young to rule. I, therefore, took the throne for myself, and I've discovered it suits me exceedingly well.
That's what happened. I mean, I think they weren't mother and son, but like stepson. I think she tried to send him off to the priesthood to get him out of the way. It didn't exactly work.
Probably.
Yeah, and what seems to be the problem?
Which we already know.
All is in crisis. First, my husband, Pharaoh Thutmose II, passed from this life. And now I cannot even arrange for his safe passage to the next world, because someone has stolen the Book of the Dead. The Book of the Dead is not just any book. It helps us Egyptians prepare a body into a well-preserved mummy. The book is then entombed with the mummy to serve as guide in the afterlife. If not properly mummified, my husband will be vulnerable to evil spirits. Only the Book of the Dead can guide and protect him in the realm of the dead.
The Egyptian realm of the dead is one of the most dangerous places that you could possibly have for an afterlife, frankly.
Yeah.
Observe the distant tomb in the Valley of the Kings. Within, my head priest labors at the side of my late husband. Please, enter the tomb and help the head priest finish the mummification ceremony.
Okay.
Hey, don't forget, we can always re-ask any questions we've already brought up.
She has a very disturbing scoliosis.
Well, if you don't mind.
Alright, we also can use the torch on the torch.
Way to go.
And then put it back in
Now
our
we'll
pocket.
turn up the heat on this case.
Of course. Because
yeah.
hammer space.
Yeah, we also have more stuff. Ooh, what is this?
Blessed star. By watching Sirius, the brightest star in the sky, I can make a yearly calendar. I can also predict when the Nile will flood its banks. Only we pharaohs have this secret information.
This ability to create calendars and predict the flooding of the Nile helped convince ancient Egyptians that the pharaohs were gods.
Yeah. In the New Kingdom, they were just divine, but in the Old Kingdom, you know, when the pyramids were built, they were seen as literally gods.
Yep.
Literally.
Well, if you do a lot of work, good works.
Yep.
The magnificent temples of Egypt are all the rage nowadays. They're much more popular than those stuffy old-fashioned pyramids. My temple at Deir el-Bahri is the grandest of all.
Queen Hatshepsut built many monuments, but when her nephew, Thutmose III, succeeded her, he destroyed most of
Not in
them.
front of her.
This temple is the
That
only
brings the
one that
temple
will
front
survive to the modern age.
I don't think they care that much.
Yeah.
These myrrh trees weep precious oils valued for their healing properties and scented smoke. My traders brought them back from their voyage to Punt.
The voyage to Punt, near Somalia, brought back rare woods, precious oils, and detailed information about African plants and animals. Murals of these African species can still be seen on the walls of Hatshepsut's temple in the 20th century.
Also,
Now we actually know what myrrh is.
actually, Hatshepsut commissioned the Phoenicians to circumnavigate Africa, and they did.
Of course.
They totally pulled it off. It took them like 2 years, but
They
by
did
the
it.
time that was pretty good.
That's not bad, considering.
Yeah. All right, let's go to the tube. Yes, the tube.
May the gods protect you.
Or whoever happens to be in charge. Torches.
Welcome. Have you come to help me prepare the deceased pharaoh for his mummified voyage to the afterlife?
First we meet a pharaoh with a fake beard. Now we need to make a body into a mummy. This is one strange investigation.
This is surprisingly dark.
Well, it's mummies.
Yes, never mind.
Greetings, strangers. It's just you and me, and of course, the mummy. Perhaps you'd like to help.
This guy is lonely, and I feel bad for him.
We've been hard at work here, transforming dear Thutmose into a proper mummy for his trip to the afterlife. But all my assistants have run off looking for the thief who stole our Book of the Dead. I can't finish this mummy all by myself. Well, actually, I'm at a loss. As head priest, I rarely have to do the dirty work myself. I'm really more of a mummy manager. So, with my helpers gone, I don't know what to do next.
That's probably
Somewhere in this
Exactly.
tomb lies a second set of mummy-making instructions. But protocol demands that the head priest, that's me, avoid getting dusty. Luckily, you scruffy-looking visitors look perfect for the search.
I'm actually not sure if we need to go to that dialogue, or if we could just do the stuff, but
Yeah.
oh well.
find out.
Also, these jars.
What do you keep in these jars?
Those are royal canopic jars, where King Thutmose's liver, lungs, stomach, and intestines are quietly resting.
Ugh, sorry I asked.
Yeah.
Yep, so let's go to the dark passageway.
Wow, it's dark as a tomb in here. Oh, yeah, we are in a tomb.
Whoops.
Second
Our
note.
time thief was in this tomb and dropped a piece of Carmen's note.
Alright, so now if you notice, we can use.
That's the lit torch, and it is...
Alright, so we have to drag torch and.
Oh,
Excuse
that
me.
is.
Excuse me again. Sorry about that.
No, it's fine.
And then, so we have that and that.
Bless you.
Pollen.
Bless you again. See, this is why we should. Never mind. This is why I said we should wait till the summer to rig up.
I don't know what you're talking about. Okay.
Did you see those hieroglyphs on the wall? I wonder what they mean.
Jesus. Allergies.
Yep.
Not worth it.
So,
That's why that
we
is-
have instructions, so now.
Enough exploring! Are you ready to begin the mummy-preparing ceremonies?
I mean, we better
We've
be.
seen the sights. Okay, pilot, let's start the ceremony.
Jeez.
Alright, so the first one I believe was this.
Yep. One grenade.
So it's a simple memory challenge.
Correct. The oil keeps the skin soft.
Cool. The hieroglyphs on that jar really do mean oil.
Huh.
I don't know if they actually do.
Ah, yes, that's right. This resin-soaked cloth protects the body from air and helps it hold the proper shape. Even in death, a pharaoh must keep up appearances.
Excellent. More genuine hieroglyphs decoded.
So this is actually the main puzzle in this mission.
Okay.
This mask is adorned with prayers to protect the mummy's head from evil spirits. Praise the gods! That's a wrap. We still need the Book of the Dead, but for now, let's move the mummy to the final burial chamber.
Okay.
I want to thank the mummy.
Whoa, we're in the burial tomb. Let's dig out our thief and recover the Egyptian Book of the Dead.
So, this section we cannot leave the screen, so we have the final note.
All right. That's the final piece of Carmen's note. Let's read it, then use the chronopedia to figure out her hidden meaning. Once we do, we'll know the spot where our thief is hiding.
Dig a perfect hiding place in a pharaoh's resting space. Seek out a form to hide behind. The king of the gods will do just fine.
Oh. That's
I'll activate the time cuffs straight away. Once they're active, use them on the hiding spot indicated in Carmen's note. And remember, the chronopedia can help us figure out what the Carmen note means.
Let's see.
So I just want to click on it a little bit.
This little skiff took the ultimate plunge. It transported the dead to the Egyptian afterlife.
But the Egyptian, I would think there would be a mummification building, and then they'd be taken via funeral to their final resting place, which would be a hidden tomb.
Probably, but
That serious-looking dude is Osiris, the god of the
Cyrus.
underworld. not the best guy to take a loan from. This gentleman is Amun-Re, the sun god. Legend has it that every 12 hours, he and the sun rode across the sky in a boat.
The funny thing about Egyptian mythology is that who exactly the gods were and the head god actually varied.
Yeah, because earlier, before a certain pharaoh came to power, it was I want to say it's Ra.
Right, Ra, and then
but
Amon, and then Amun-Re.
Right, because who's his face?
Oh no, it's a different pharaoh because he was worshipping a different god. But you're thinking of Akhenaten, King Tut's father.
Oh right.
The one who's like, hey guys, there's only one god, and it's the sun. Like not like a sun god, but like a circle.
The actual sun.
And he tried to basically destroy all other gods, monuments, and cults.
So he was a little bit crazy.
Yeah, he was actually. His name was almost totally stricken from the record. They basically tried to consign him to oblivion.
Whoops.
Yeah. So Amun-Re is the chief god.
Bullseye! Carmen's note pointed to the king of the gods, and that means Amun-Re, the Egyptian sun god.
Looney Tunes.
This case is sealed shut. Servile is under wraps, and the Book of the Dead is back on track.
Right outside of history.
Let's go, Servile. We've got a nice, damp Acme cell where you can kick back and rust.
You have put the lid on my dark deeds for now, Acme agents. But you shall never seal my armored coat!
A little late for that.
Congratulations! You snagged that sneaky Servile, bagged the Book of the Dead, and even managed to mummify a pharaoh. I salute you!
And that's a reference to the show.
Thanks to you, the ancient ruler will have laughter in the afterlife, and Egyptian history is restored. Great job! There's another case ahead if you want to take it. Ready to get right back to work?